everyone, welcome back to a paint with me and chat. It's been a while. It's been busy around here, so I haven't been able to sit and do any voiceovers or any editing. I have a lot of videos that are already recorded and lined up, but I thought I'd start with this one. This was a painting day in the studio last summer, right before I did my first art fair. So that's why I thought this was a good video to start with, because this year I'm doing another art fair in August. It's a one-day art fair here in Buffalo, and it's one that I've been trying to get into for a while, so that's exciting that I'm able to do an art fair that I've been hoping to get into and finally got in, because it seems geared more towards the artsy crowd, and I am considering doing the art festival that I did last year. It is a newer one, so it didn't have, I think, as much traffic that would be hoped for, especially when you're paying a table fee. But I'll take a look and consider it again. It is in August, so that would mean double festivals in 1 month, like 2 weeks apart. But I have been spending the last couple of months looking over my plan for my art sales and my website and how I can keep this sustainable. And one of the biggest things for many artists, not all artists, but many artists, and even some of the more steady ones who make a living out of this, is to do festivals, or for some they do fine art sales, which is a bit different. Those are a bit harder to get into, a little bit more expensive. You definitely have to have a big catalog of work, and I don't think I have quite a big enough catalog of work yet. I definitely have a clearer understanding of my type of abstract painting, and the type that I like, the type that I gravitate to, which that can take a while to know what you like, what you're good at, what you enjoy, what others enjoy. So I feel like I'm in that space now, and that's after about 5 years of getting back into painting. Now, of course, I haven't had maybe as much time as others. It takes a lot of time, it takes a lot of work and a lot of practice to get to know your own style, to get to know what type of painting you like to do. So things are becoming a bit clearer to me as far as what direction I'm going in, because I think, like most artists, I do have the desire to make this into a sustainable, shall I say, job for myself. So I've been watching the videos of some other artists, and I discovered a really great artist. I will link her channel below. In fact, let me look up her name. She has videos with great advice on doing specifically art festivals, selling prints, how to set up different price ranges, that sort of thing. And it's good to learn from other artists. Krystle Art. I have been binging her videos because she has a long time doing what she's doing. I believe she said over a decade. So she has a lot of experience, which is helpful to learn from other people. We are never too old, too experienced to learn from others. And that also includes even learning art styles. I still watch the videos of other artists and watch the tips that they have of how they're learning new ways of painting, learning new techniques. We are never too old, too experienced, know everything. That just doesn't exist. So it's good to keep learning. And looking at this painting, I have to admit, I forgot about this painting. So that brings me to another thing. You know, if you are an artist who's painting a lot, whether it's on canvas, paper, you might start to have artworks pile up and you don't even know what your inventory is. What is my overall style? It might already be there and you don't know it because maybe you've forgotten about some of the artworks that you have. So this is from last summer 2025. I was painting my favorite series so far called Midnight Garden. And this was an additional one that I added. It was all deep blues, phthalocyanine blue, my favorite blue, which I do have a big bucket of. And so this is a more simplified version, a bit more on the light side. And I do notice the paintings that I've been painting actually for this upcoming festival are also a bit more on the neutral side. So much more whites and boy, I forget the name of that color, which is one of my favorite mixing colors. Kind of a beige. So instead of that bright white color, you have a beautiful mixing, I think it's titanium buff. And I mostly am using Meat Art and Liquitex. And Amsterdam is my other favorite acrylic. So in that series Midnight Garden, and this sometimes it does happen where you discover a new color, didn't realize, oh, I like that color, you know, and a series will come out of it. So hopefully for this upcoming festival, I'll have a new series. In fact, I am working on a series of mini paintings, which has been a lot of fun. It's 5x7 on watercolor paper. So small size, but still the same abstract style, which I have been enjoying so much. I tape off a little border so it has a natural little border, and it's almost like a little greeting card, an art greeting card. And some of them I might frame, you know, get matte board and frame, or I might leave that border so that on the back of it, maybe I'll put a little poem or a little positive saying on the back of those. But you can buy that paper in bulk, so that is another option if you are doing festivals this year, or even if you want to practice. If you want to practice painting or sketching, that's an option. You can buy in bulk, either 5x7. There's also 4x6 size of paper, And it's just a nice option if you don't want to paint big. Also, if you don't have the space, that's another great reason to buy those. So things are coming together in a different way this year. This spring and summer, I should say. I'm kind of seeing things more clearly, better direction. I have to hop back on YouTube again because I have some videos that I have already partially done, so I have to get back to those because I do enjoy making these and having you come along as I paint and to chat and catch up and hopefully get some inspiration if you're an artist out there, or if you're just a creative person or want to be creative. Keep on watching, subscribe, and hopefully that you can get some inspiration. Thanks for joining me on this short little paint and chat with me. Here's some of my finished works on paper. Please remember to visit pennyjeffersart.com for more of my finished works, and I'll see you in the next one.